It was such a good episode, and of course, the episode before that, meeting Dad again and so on. Yeah, the two last episodes then, I would say have been the best part of this anime so far, right? And this anime has already been the best anime, so I mean, yeah, it's been amazing. Two last episodes. I guess we're going to a new arc now, right? We kind of finished off the Dad part, and I would guess we'll move into like a new novel part or whatever, right? And I'm an anime only, so I don't know where we're gonna go. So I'm excited, of course. And I also heard there's gonna be an OVA, I believe, and maybe a movie or something. Was talking about that, but I think an OVA at least kind of got announced, right? Not really sure, but that OVA is probably gonna be super etchy. So OVAs are always etchy. So, and one thing for watching here. A lot of people be complaining that they skipped some Eris arc or something. I think the anime so far is amazing, right? But yeah, maybe they skipped over some arc. Maybe it's gonna be in the OVA. Maybe it's gonna be later. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just like, as an anime only, I haven't noticed it, right? But, I mean, certainly they might skip over an arc or two there, which is unfortunate, and I will definitely read this novel after it's finished. But anyway, let's watch the episode. So 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh yeah, and I finally finished my GHISLAINE t-shirt, and I sent it to the printers, so it's probably coming next week, maybe 2 weeks from now. Oh yeah, then I immediately go to the crime part immediately. Dawson! I'm gonna recap the best bit. This is really good. Okay, now we're... it's opening, right, horse. Yeah, we're just never gonna do an opening, right? We're just gonna do landscape showing. Yeah, I think this when they're out... Just be when they left Paul there. Now they're riding to the next continent, central continent, Midward. To be like a fantasy land. Looks like my hometown. This is like my hometown, yeah. Yeah, like this is kind of, some random guard guy. Yeah. I guess. Probably don't fight him, but... Into the opening part. Okay, and then beats him up, yeah, and skip to him already being defeated, yeah, off-screening him, he was weak, yeah, whatever. But he gets a figure though. Everyone wants my enemy figures, yeah. Now I was looking at buying this Eris figure that costs like $200-300. Okay, so everyone wants to challenge them. or yeah, I was like, ugh. But yeah, I was looking to buy this badass Eris figure, where she's like pointing at you, kind of angry, but it costs like $200 list. So I was like, I don't know, man. Yeah, donate for me on some, donate or something I can buy. Yeah, donate for me, give me, and I can buy it. I can't afford that. That's too much for my budget, man. But here we go. Oh, Eris gonna be sick again. Yeah, she's weak against the sea traveling. Certainly. Can't... consistently bad at traveling on the seas as well. Or even Rudeus is getting sick too. Okay. Well, I mean, this one looks very much more like... it's a little bit more rough, right, than the previous trip they had. I've never been seasick. I don't know how that is. Just gotta go with the waves, man, yeah. Gotta go with the flow. Yeah, but it's good, I got to talk about his father and so on. Yeah, you'll be a great dad and so on. But yeah, it didn't handle this. This is one crazy trip though. This one I can say about Eris and Rudues 6. This one is way worse. Yeah, like barrel falling around and so on. I kind of have expected to go into one other dream scenario, right, with Eris and Rudues is like fantasizing about. Yeah, I'm surprised we're not going into some etchy scene yet. Yeah, can you talk that much? Stop, fix me instead of talking, right? Yeah. Yes, he's trying to find, you know, his sister, his mom, and so on. Yeah. Gotta go home, right? I wonder who's actually, like, controlling this boat, though. It's like a plot hole. No, but like, it's like a plot hole, right? Like, who is actually on the ship except them, though? There's no sails on the ship, there's no captain. Who's actually controlling the ship? They just, like, get on a ghost boat and it's just traveling in his own direction. Actually, when I think about it, it's like, actually, is he mad or anything? How did it actually work, man? You just jump on some random boat and then just traverse in the sea. Oh, back to Roxy's party. Oh man, Stallion. You know, obviously I read too much Doshinis in my life. So every time I see a horse guy, I keep thinking about Dragon Quest 5 hand stuff. Like, my mind's in the gutter, right? I cannot think about the freaking, the freaking horse guy in Dragon Quest. It's the only thing I can imagine. God damn it. Where's Roxy's, where's her party members? Yeah, where's the elf? My god damn it. Roxy's party elf. God damn it. A party elf indeed, yeah. Of course, Roxy's more used to all this, you know, weird people, so to speak, different races, right? She's from the demon continent, of course. All this, you know. Huh, maybe Roxy will go home or something. Yeah, it could be an episode of the Roxy. She's never gonna meet Rudeus? I don't know, I mean, we saw him stalking around trying, yeah. It's unfortunate, right? We saw her almost meeting Rudeus. Okay, here we see little etchy, little pantsu scene, why not? Good, good. I was wondering what anime I was watching, right? I hadn't seen a pantsu for like 10 minutes, so I was like, what is the anime? Roxy Adventure Guild, yeah, like. Here we go. Now he must consider. I was going to say, what does it lead to? But now he's like, okay, let me tell you the truth, right? Yeah, but now he's like, okay, let me tell you the truth, right? Now I felt to get into a little bit more dialogue here. He's like, okay, let's stop the. Yeah, triggering Roxy there. That was some well they did. That was like Roxy get a trigger, some well detailed leg shot. I mean, it's much tension, right? We gotta see Roxy's, yeah. Gotta see you getting triggered, right? You gotta angle in the triggering. Very good anime. Yeah, what wants to tell me, right? I really wonder what half episode I feel seeing the horse guy's face. Yeah, a little weird episode in that sense. It's like spending half the episode just talking to him, man. I can see people getting triggered now. They're like, what? What happened to that Eris Goblin Slayer episode instead of this thing? Yeah, people are probably get triggered now. Some kind of Roxy dialogue episode instead of having some Eris badass episode. I can see people's rage coming from this. Definitely. But here we go. Roxy's gonna go home, right? To her parents that looks exactly like her. Yeah, it's like how weird Roxy's people are like looking exactly the same, right? They're like, oh, I'm 111, you know, or it's like, oh, you're so young. You look like your daughter. Oh, you know, yeah, it's like. Yeah, I mean, the age is a little bit like beautiful turtle shell houses. Yeah, here we go. You see the Roxys. Roxy village. Bunch of Roxys. Don't look at me like that. Okay. And the prodigal daughter come back here. Yeah. I guess she has a lot of guilt, of course. She betrayed her village, so she feels, right? She's like a big ass traitor. So not coming back with her party members. They're not coming back with like the elf or dwarf or so. Not coming back with her new friends here. Storage. Man, this soundtrack is good, man. It triggers my like PTSD JRPG soundtrack. No, but see, this feels like the perfect classic sad song from some kind of Super Nintendo JRPG, right? Kind of my era of gaming, you know. Yeah, it's nice. I see Roxy. Yeah. I can heal him. Yeah, of course, gonna come in here. The healing magic. Or not. She's like. It's very awkward here. She's like, can I heal you? Kinda, right? Okay, let's go with it. Yeah, the Roxy coming in here, healing the children. Yeah. And they're all looking at her with sparkling in her eyes, right? She's probably feeling the pressure now. She's probably feeling like, oh, don't trust me. I'm not that strong. Yeah, she probably can't handle that, right? Yeah. Trying to avoid talking to adults. It's like her mind is shattering. Man, it's like a deep Roxy episode. And all her self-doubts coming up to surface here. I'm sure her mom or dad's gonna find her soon here. Or maybe she finally will go back home then. I think she's kinda like, not really, yeah, she's kinda, get into my home, you know, yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna do it. Tadaima! Here we go. Tadaima! Me, it is awkward. Yeah, been ginky, Roxy? It is weird that her dad looks younger than her, right? Yeah. It's the one who's just like, well, your mother, you look very young for being a mom. Yeah, like the one who was like, yes. You look very milfy. It's like, I mean, especially the father looks even younger, right? So it's like, yeah. It's like a 10-year-old dad or something. You've been fine. Tadaima indeed. Yeah, just keep back working to there. I'm tired. Yeah, it's like, let's eat some before you go, you know, I was like, no, I'm doing. Right, mom's gonna cry probably, right? I'm gonna trigger poor mom. It's a promise, right? Come on, Roxy. Gotta promise your mom. It's a heavy episode. I mean, Roxy got a lot of, I guess, issues with her, not just her family, but like freaking whole. See, your poor mom now is gonna make your mom cry. Yeah. Come on. It's gonna break her mom's heart. It's a lot of like parent issues this latest episode here. And break her poor mom's heart, right? Yeah, I'm gonna see her. She be Roxy. Yeah, mom was teaching her. Yeah, teaching her language and all that. This is a horse and so on. Yeah, my-san and so on. Yeah, mom teaching her, you know, to read and you know, different animals and so on. Yeah, my little Roxy. More of Shibu Roxy here. So they always had this jump thing. It's been there for like 50 years. They always had that shit. It was like, this is the village playtime, right? Everyone, this is the only thing we do in the village. But yeah, always had issues with the rest of the village. Almost had their issues, I guess, when I was young too. And of course, mom is blaming herself, right? Yeah, mom was like, "It's my fault. I should have warned you." Yeah, it's like it's mommy's fault. Of course, her mom takes guilt on herself. You know, you can probably feel why she left, right? She probably left to she wouldn't worry her parents, right? She's like, I gotta probably left to protect her parents. That's probably what she's feeling, right? And they're all gonna cry now. Come on, we're all gonna cry now. It's gonna be this classic, oh, if you cry, mom, I'm gonna cry too, right? Yeah, it's gonna be this. Okay, Sean. Yeah, it's all like, no. They do fight to tears. Oh man. Roxy. There's like a wholesome crying scene though. There's a wholesome crying scene. Not everyone's gonna cry. I'm like half laugh crying it. Not everyone's gonna be like, Mom, I love you. Yeah. A little more heartwarming than Paul and Rudy. The first moment. Paul and Rudy was a little more antagonistic, right? This is a little more. Here goes Dad too. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I also wanna cry. Yeah. It's a little more straightforward there in their relationship. See, this is more like a wholesome crying scene. Come on, this is more wholesome crying. Definitely. Certainly. Yeah. Yeah, they keep doing this sort of like her mind is so interesting visuals of her brain, or what do you call it, her psyche, I guess. Yeah, her psyche probably. There's like a prison cage. You can see the ceiling. Arara! Well, there we go. She's a mother. It's a MILF. As Rudues called her, yeah. Arara! I can't help myself. You can't have a mother character going on like, Arara! Come on. It's like, come on. Yeah. mom's cooking. Which is very long far from going reunited with Rudeus, given the storyline. Yeah! Thought she might reunite earlier, right? But now she's going home instead, traveling in the opposite direction. Finally. Have you met this kid? Rudeus? My boy? Mom, you met my perfect student I'm in love with? Yeah, yes, this young lad. Here, finally goes. She's like, oh, you know Rudeus? Yeah. Spare it over my boy! Oh, no! Yeah. He kidnapping my boy! Yeah. Now she finally learns the truth here about... yeah, mental breakdown when she hears that Rudues is traveling with Eris. That was it, yeah. She's triggered by hearing that he's traveling with Eris. That's true. He's like, what? A little angry redhead girl? Oh my god, I gotta save him. That's really what she's being triggered by. Yeah. And that was good, yeah. They finally told her about Rudeus. No, Dad has to play Dad. Yeah, we're gonna love with that guy, right? No, Dad has to be like, what? You trying to marry that human or something? Yeah, come on. You have to be at the Dad moment there. Just leave and try to like... Yeah, so now she finally learns about Rudeus and that dangerous man with a spear. That's the most sweetest guy ever, kinda. To kids at least. Yeah, I mean, he has a sweet spot for children, right? So... Naruhodo. Yeah, dead end. I'm sure she learned about the name and so on. I guess we're gonna see now she picks up the elf or... Yeah, I mean, come on, she didn't bring her party members. I gotta pick up the elf, you know, very frisky lady. Ah, Roxy Shaw's probably doing it again, probably entering and... Yeah, there's some moans. God damn it, Mushoku Tensei. He's like, hey, Elf Shaw, yeah, you're doing it, yeah, of course you are. Roxy, not again! Yeah, of course it's, yeah. Of course she's come back home and the elf is doing some guys, I guess. Okay, this time I didn't even see anything, but yeah, you hear her sound effects. She's like, come on, I'm just enjoying myself. It's like, yeah, this woman is quite an info, definitely. Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm back home. How are you doing it again? Yep, of course. I was waiting for the elf moment. That's disappointing though. Didn't show what she was doing. I mean, who she was doing, I guess, or how many. Yeah, didn't show how many were getting some elf. Yeah. Kind of surprised to me they were even the Roxy episode. It felt a little bit out of the blue. Could have seen it earlier almost, kind of when they met her last time. Huh. But yeah, a little emotional Roxy episode. The anime focused a lot of parents these last 3 episodes then. Of course, Roxy having a little more, how do I say it, less antagonistic parents relationship than Rudeus has. That guy has a little more antagonistic relationship with his parents, that's for sure. But anyway, Attack on Titan, not overly excited. I mean, I read the manga and it's like the worst ending ever, so not overly excited. I've been saying Attack on Titan is just for 3 years, but no one listens to me. No, not overly excited. Probably Demon Slayer next season. I think Demon Slayer is going to go over next season. Anyway, I'm just going to see if there's after ending credits. I don't think so. No. Okay, so let's review it. The Prodigal Daughter. That's a good name. Here we go, yeah. The Prodigal Daughter. The Prodigal Daughter returns, right? Yeah. Mushoku episode 18. Review time. So, Roxy is an episode. I say immediately, the episode was pretty good, but I would say a little bit, it felt a little bit, I would call it, but like we have the Rudeus and Paul thing, in that sense, it kind of follows on the same parenting, right? But at the same time, though, I felt the episode maybe should have been earlier, like after she kind of almost met Rudeus, right? In the earlier season, they kind of almost, interact. She saw Eris training and so on, right? Maybe it should have been more after that instead. it's a little bit like now we're seeing Rudeus and so on, right, on his journey, and then suddenly we have like a Roxy episode. So it feels a little bit like kind out of nowhere, like it's a little in that sense. It was thought it was the end there, which she figured out that they were in danger, or not in danger, but you know, in her mind, super in danger. But anyway, so Roxy clearly has her own powers, and it's like an interesting, sad episode where she's clearly like afraid of. I guess, I mean, I would argue that she's doing what she's doing, right, leaving this area to protect her parents. You know, she was like, she's a special girl, right? Her mom, of course, was like, "Go men, Roxy-chan, go men," right? The scene there where her mom was all, how to say it? Her mom is blaming herself, right, for Roxy's being in his trouble, right? And then mom is like crying, saying, "Oh, I'm a bad mom," right? So I think I would argue for, like it is here, that we kind of see how her mother is breaking down too, right? And being like, "Oh, it's all my fault. I'm a bad parent. I'm a bad mom," and that stuff, right? So I think that's kind of the reason why Roxy would leave, right? She always felt that she was like hurting her parents, especially her mother, right, by being a special girl, so to speak. And then her mom felt all this guilt and so on. So then Roxy left, right, to protect her mother, and then Roxy comes back and feels all this guilt. So it's an episode a lot about how to say it, personalized. I don't know a good word for it, but it's like their self-sacrifice. Yeah, they're both trying to, like, you know, sacrifice themselves, right, for the other person. So obviously they love each other, yeah. They obviously love each other. This is nothing like Rudeus or Paul. I mean, of course Paul loves his son and so on, but I mean, this is much more directly that they have a good parent-mother and daughter relationship, right? And of course dad is there too, but I would say it's mainly about mom and daughter though in the episode. It was kind of cute though, and he was like, "You're crying, I want to cry too." He's like, I want to cry, the family want to cry, yeah. Kind of runs in there to join the crying. But yeah, a pretty good episode. I will say this thing, right? Do I dare to be critical? Yeah. Do I dare to be critical? You know how it goes. This is the best anime this year, easily. But I will say this scene. Or is it like it's a long goddamn scene, man. I'm not having a good angle of it. Mr. Stallion, yeah. Here it is. But do I dare to be critical of Tensei? I mean, I think the scene was too long though. Let's be honest. I think so. The episode is terrible, but I think this scene particularly was like, it's not half the episode, but it's a good portion of the first half, right? It's like maybe 5 minutes long. This scene felt, I mean, it's a little world building, give a little bit to Roxy's personality and so on, but at the same time it felt like, okay, this is taking way too long, not to say that much, I felt, right? I know people are going to add and say, "Oh, it was very important for the next scene," and so on. I mean, yeah, I guess, but it probably could be more to the point, I think. And this is kind of where you feel that, I think it's like common thing you see in novels, right? Novels being not in anime, because it's like a very, very dialogue heavy thing, and not to be the guys like, "I need my action," or "I need my action stuff for action." No, of course not. But it felt like this is something where the dialogue could have probably been halved, right, and still have the same message. But in a novel form, you can really go into all these like longer sentences or whatever, longer paragraphs. But in an anime, you probably want to cut it down a little bit, right? To some extent, to like keeping the same message without. So I think this here was too long. Like I'm gonna say it. I think it was too long. Definitely. And then of course the other part was great for Roxy. And we saw a little bit of. we have to remember the opening too. Then everyone challenging them on their adventure. Yeah, that was a good, really cute part of the opening. Everyone is like challenging them, challenging. Yeah, they're for a fight. Right? It's like, "Oh, another guy to fight," and keeps giving them anime figures when he defeats them and so on. I like how the opening definitely is. Every time the opening is giving like a storyline. Right? This looks like somewhere in like a Europe. It looks like my hometown, very much so, with the mountain ranges, water. This looks actually very similar to my hometown. And it's here. Of course, in the spring or the summer, they're not currently in winter now. But yeah. This literally could be my hometown. Seriously, St. Tree and so on. It's like, you know, North European, right? Europe or whatever. Well, I love it in the opening. I love it the opening is doing that. Well, I am a huge opening fan guy, right? Generally anime speaking, of course, One Piece next episode is going to have a new opening. Episode 1000 is going to have a new opening, which will probably be amazing. I'll say it briefly here, but I think the next episode of One Piece is probably going to have, like, because episode 1000, right, it's going to probably have like an arc of all the different arcs that got up 1000. So the opening must be amazing. But anyway, here instead, Mushoku Tensei, right, tells you a story every opening. It tells you a little story. It shows you a country. It shows you, like, here's this mineral, or here's like this building, or, you know, here's like this lake, and it's like a forest around and so on. So I think it's interesting, essentially, every episode we get a little bit of, they're spending that opening to instead explore the world more, and showing you a little bit how it looks and so on. So it's definitely a better time spent arguably with the opening. But I am a sucker for good openings and endings. It doesn't remind me of R0, where the course always, like, last season of R0, the best thing you skipped opening and ending, right? It was just like, whatever, we should do storyline. It's so much storyline per episode, we don't have any opening nor ending, we just do storyline. But here then, I would say they're kind of going into Europe or Scandinavia, right? It feels very Europe in this current. And I would say, of course, Demon Continent is kind of like the more Africa and so on, right? The more Sahara and so on. And there was a lot more puking. In the end, a lot more puking. I wish you could see who the elf was doing, though. Yeah, very disappointed. Yeah, very disappointed, man. And of course, it ends with little poor Roxy gets a heart attack. Roxy gets a heart attack where when she hears about Rudeus travels. But I say it again, right? Because it feels like she's, like, maybe, because I said earlier that I would expect her to team up with Rudeus eventually, right? With her party. And this here felt like, okay, maybe I need to go to my boy, right? My boy, then we see the father later be like, oh, you in love with this boy? Like, the human? He's trying to be a little, you know, a stern dad, even though it wasn't really his character, right? Kind of funny. But yeah, another parent episode. Much more directly, here's a good parenting, right? Explaining a little bit why, you know, Roxy has her backstory, why she left the village and so on, right? The nice return of the beloved daughter, and she left immediately again. No, but you know, she had to go and, you know, on another adventure, right? Anyway, guys, subscribe to episode 1. As I mentioned during the earlier report, I finally got my GHISLAINE t-shirt done, and it's gonna be the greatest anime merchandise ever produced. So I have sent it to the printer last Thursday, so hopefully it's coming next week, maybe 2 weeks from now, right? It's gonna be the greatest. Like, it's the greatest ever. No, but seriously, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. And also the Yamato one, so Yamato and GHISLAINE. So subscribe for that. That's gonna be what I'm gonna wear. You know, finally dropping my Isekai random shirt, right? Putting on a specific GHISLAINE shirt. Yeah, finally. In about maybe next week. Maybe probably one half. It probably gets like next Monday. I mean next week. Probably unfortunately. But that's gonna be really hype. And also, of course, again, Yamato as well, like freaking top waifu as well. So a very, very good waifu buying. And also, for that matter, I bought a lot of anime figures. It was single days, right? So I ordered a lot of anime figures. Maybe I'm looking at Black Friday to buy the Eris one. It's a new Eris one. Eris pointed at you. Just very angry, and it costs like $200-300. I might buy that one, but I felt that was too expensive for the size of it. I don't mind spending like $200 on a figure, but it can't be like this big, right? If it was like this big Eris, if I had an Eris figure that's like half a meter, I would easily pay a few $100 for that, right? But like a tiny Eris figure, I don't know. So I'm thinking about that. Yeah, I'm thinking about buying that. Still though, maybe. I need an Eris for my collection, right? So maybe I'm gonna buy the Eris one. I'm still a little bit like, it depends how good the stock goes, I guess, this month. But